The way of peace is inspirational. More words for a good daughter, a good sister, and a good friend. The way of peace is inspirational. My husband, my boyfriend, my father and grandfather, my teachers and so-called pastors, these men did not have a safe circle of friends, family, and fathers to guide them and instruct them. My husband, my boyfriend, my father and grandfather, the men did not have a circle of friends to guide them and instruct them. Therefore, they abused the privilege. The men abused the privilege of relationship with woman, God, and family. The men abused the privilege of their relationships. The way of peace is inspirational. It's marvelous. I, a daughter. I, a daughter. And bride of Christ, celebrate first my autonomy as a child of God in the world. I celebrate the new covenant blessing of singleness like Jesus. First and foremost, we are all the bride of Christ. And the women are the first ones to see the resurrected flesh and blood, the body, the living body of Yehoshua Adonai. I, a daughter and bride of Christ, celebrate first my autonomy, my solo power as a child of God in the world. I have a solo, individual, friend of God power. I have a friend of God power in the world. I celebrate the new covenant blessing of singleness like Jesus from childhood for those who accept it. I celebrate the singleness first and foremost, and I restore my service. I hereby, in this statement, right now, I, as a daughter and a bride, I restore my service to God and the human family. We, the bride of Christ, we, every soul, we, the disciples of Yeshua, set apart from the world, we are first the truth speakers. We are first the truth speakers who delight in helping the family to follow the narrow, difficult path of eternal life. I celebrate my autonomy as a child of God. I celebrate the new covenant blessing of singleness like Jesus. Not procreate, but consider being single like Jesus. Procreate is fine. I celebrate the new covenant blessing of singleness like Jesus. And I hereby restore my service to God and the human family. We are first the truth speakers. We, the bride of Christ, we, the disciples of Yeshua, are first the truth speakers who delight in helping the family follow the narrow, difficult path of eternal life. The Sermon on the Mount teachings of Yeshua of Nazareth are not simple and easy to follow. Just consider the things that are spoken regarding the marriage covenant and the dealing with attackers and enemies, and the warning that if we have bitterness in our hearts that causes us to say, "You Jezebel, you jerk, you wicked person," if there's that much in our hearts, we may be condemned as killers, because the tongue has the power of life and death. The way of peace is inspirational, and the men did not have a safe circle of friends to guide them. Therefore, the men abused the privilege of relationship with women and God and family. I'm one of those men. I abused myself, the women, the family, the children, and God, my friend, because there was no circle of family and men who educated me at 5, 6, 7 years old. This is the case with your men, precious sisters. This is the case with your entire family. I am willing to serve and indicate the narrow path to those who are desperate and willing to remain in thankfulness and in good cheer, and a proper violin solo from time to time.